Deep in the middle of a sparkling blue ocean stood a volcano named Iggy. Now, Iggy wasn't like the other volcanoes you hear about in stories. They were grumpy and loud, always rumbling and grumbling, waiting to burst with fiery anger. But Iggy was different. He was a friendly volcano. He loved the chirping seagulls that nested on his slopes, the playful dolphins that leaped in the waves at his feet, and the colorful coral reefs that sparkled under the water all around him. The other, older volcanoes would often rumble to him from across the ocean. "Iggy," one would groan, "when are you going to have a proper eruption? You need to show the world your power, make the earth shake, fill the sky with ash." Iggy would just sigh, a gentle puff of steam escaping his peak. He didn't want to scare anyone. He didn't want to cover the beautiful green trees on his sides with hot lava. The thought of frightening the little fish and the cheerful birds made his insides feel all wobbly, and not in a good, rumbly way. One day, Iggy felt a familiar, powerful pressure building deep inside him. It was getting stronger and stronger. He knew what it meant. An eruption was coming, whether he wanted it to or not. He felt so sad. He imagined his seagull friends flying away in terror, the dolphins diving deep to escape the heat, and his beautiful island turning black and gray. "Oh, what can I do?" he whispered to the clouds floating by. "I don't want to be a scary monster." As the pressure grew, Iggy tried with all his might to hold it in. He squeezed and strained, trying to keep the fiery energy contained. But it was no use. He could feel the ground begin to tremble. The seagulls started to squawk nervously. Just as he thought he was about to burst, a wonderful idea sparked in his fiery heart. What if he didn't have to release all his energy in one big, scary explosion? What if he could let it out, gently? Concentrating harder than he ever had before, Iggy focused on all the warmth building inside him. Instead of a violent blast, he let out a long, slow, gentle sigh. From his peak, a steady, warm wind began to flow, carrying with it tiny, sparkling embers that danced in the air like fireflies. The air grew warm and cozy. Then, instead of a river of destructive lava, a slow, gentle stream of glowing, warm water began to trickle down his side. It wasn't hot enough to burn. It was just perfectly warm, like the best bath you could ever imagine. The warm stream flowed down into the ocean, creating wonderful, heated pools around his base. The dolphins, instead of being scared, chattered with delight and swam into the warm spots, playing and twirling. The little fish swarmed into the cozy currents. The seagulls came back and found that the warm air rising from Iggy's peak was perfect for gliding on Pape, and they soared in happy circles. Soon, boats began to arrive, not with scared scientists, but with happy people who wanted to swim in Iggy's naturally heated pools. Iggy had found his purpose. He wasn't a scary, grumpy volcano. He was the friendly volcano, the one who shared his warmth and created a place of joy and comfort. He learned that being powerful didn't mean you had to be destructive. True strength, he realized, was using your power to bring happiness to others. And so, Iggy stood tall and proud in the middle of the ocean, his heart glowing not with fiery anger, but with a steady, gentle warmth for all his friends. Thanks for watching our little story today. If you enjoyed Iggy's adventure, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more heartwarming tales. We'll see you next time.